Welcome everybody to another Snyder Fans Read Comics. I'm your host Teladiaplays. So before we think, let me make sure I put that there. Oh, there we go. What's going on? Hopefully you guys are well. Before we start, let me bring up my co-host. Firstly, he is the Super Wonder host. That is Jared from Comics League.
Why did you say that name?
And we're gonna. I'm good. And we got Bianca.
Hi.
I love how he gives this elaborate intro. He goes, "Hey, we got Bianca."
Yeah. So
you made her cry. How could you, you heartless bastard?
Hey, this is a PG stream.
All right.
That's in PG movies.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, exactly. It is.
Yeah. Continuing on. All right. So until you have to add it to the stream, remember?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. 1 second. There we go.
Absolute Batman issue 2. So this one, I really dug this one. So starts off, we see a little bit more of like, so we see Thomas Wayne is dead. We're doing another flashback. And then we get the whole Batman Begins scene where the bats jump on him, or in BVS in the very beginning, and they like cover him. So he's kind of being baptized by bats, which that just sounds like the most Batman thing ever. Then we cut to Alfred narrating about how like Batman is like annihilating the party animals, which are the gang, by Black Mask. And Batman is just like fighting, even though he's got like swords in his back. He just keeps going. And it even gets to the point where he's like standing on the ceiling and he throws a compound into the water so that it turns it into a hydrochloric acid.
And burns people's face off.
So I'm like, wait, this Batman won't kill, but he'll acidify people.
And the people are saying, I'm melting.
Yeah. And I like how Alfred plots, figures out where all of Batman's safe houses are. Then when he puts them on a map, it turns out that the locations, when you look at them, it looks like a bat.
Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah!
That is the most Batman thing ever.
What a narcissist!
Yeah, exactly. And then we see Alfred is like establishing pattern of life with Bruce, so he's going through and he's watching Bruce's life as like a construction worker, and then every day Bruce actually visits Joe Chill, who's still the killer of Thomas Wayne, but slightly changed and stuff. And then again, we get this great scene where to intimidate the dudes, the Black Mask crew, he blows holes in a building. That make it look like Batman.
Makes it look like a bat, and you know what it reminds me of?
Can I take a wild guess? Is it Dark Knight Rises when he has like the bat and gasoline that's like on fire on the bridge? Yeah. That's what I thought of when I read this. I was like, oh wow, Bruce.
Yes, that's what it reminded me of. Yeah, 110%.
Then we get more of the news, and it turns out there's like a high public support for Batman because crime is going down. We see Harvey and Barbara Gordon, and apparently Gordon was the Marine Corps. Interesting.
Ooh.
And they're talking about again with like Batman and like the rampant crime. We also see that like Martha Wayne. Why did you say that name? This would be a good time to play that, Teladiaplays, but you missed it.
Okay, no, I'll do it. Don't worry.
You missed it.
No.
Why did you say that name?
Anyway, it turns out that like the Waynes and Gordons are friends, and they're talking about Thomas. And then so Gordon was the first one that saw Bruce, and he's like buried under the bats. And he goes, I didn't know he was there until he screamed. And I'm like, oh, God. Then we see Batman, Bruce after the death of his father. And then Martha's like, Bruce, honey, your friends came to see you. And we could see like Edward Nygma, all of the Batman. Because again, in this universe, the Batman rogues are his childhood friends.
Yeah.
So would the left on the one on the left
Uh,
be Joker? No.
Hey, what's up, Dead Guy Productions? Hello.
What's up, dude? Hello, good people of Earth 3. Wait a
Earth
minute
3.
here. That's the evil Earth. Why am I on the evil Earth? Well, that would
Yeah.
explain. Well, actually, hang on. I have to be on Earth 3 because Tom King is writing Wonder Woman. That's the only way that makes sense.
Brad Destroyer says, here's the thing. As much as I like the Absolute Batman, it's ridiculous. He has all these things in the Bat truck when he has no money for it. Also, you can't get that truck unless he's farming in the business. Also, how did Batman get into that truck in close place?
Because Batman.
Wait, Batman has a black villain?
And Dead Guy says
No.
that, see? There you go.
Yeah, exactly. I think they race bend someone. We'll see as we go on. And so we see Bruce finally shows. Oh, yeah, that was Waylon Jones.
Yeah. Killer
Who's
Croc.
that? Oh, never mind. You just said it.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. And so again, we see all the different bad villains: Harvey Dent, Waylon Jones, Edward Nygma, and this penguin-looking dude. I wonder who that could be. Pengy.
Pengy.
You notice we don't see
Pengy's
Selena
ripped. What the
Kyle.
frick?
What? Yeah,
Gosh dang.
everyone is ripped in this universe, Bianca.
Except Edward.
Everyone.
Edward looks like a nerd. He looks like a hippie. He is a hippie. He's a hippie.
Yeah. That's so good. And Bruce actually stole like one of those masks by some of Black Mask, and it turns out it has like mapping software in it as he was like analyzing it. And Nygma says, I'm borrowing this. I'm going to go through it. And then the crew plays poker. And then I like this card, how it stops on like, Jokers are never welcome here, Bruce. And I'm like, oh boy. And so Batman infiltrates a building. I also like how his cape is apparently his grappling hook.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's new. And he infiltrates the office. We see
Arkham.
almost like an asylum. And we see this was a trap by Black Mask, and he called the cops on Batman and then fired an RPG at him. He goes, hey, if you survive, come and find me. So this is another scene that reminded me of the Nolan movies. You ready? So Batman slides down an elevator shaft, lands into his car, sees Alfred there, and he goes, okay, hear me out. Let me help you. But first, let's get out of here. Come on. Where's your car? And then he goes, you're standing in it. So it's kind of like my mother warned me about getting into cars with strange men. This isn't a car. or I'll get my car. I brought mine. Yours? And then he just goes through. It's a giant dump truck with artillery cannons on it.
It's a tank.
He's driving a black tank. What street's he on? He's not on a street. He is flying off rooftops. And then we see Selena Kyle right there. And she, of course, her hood has cat ears.
Ooh, nice.
And that is the end of Absolute Batman issue 3. It's actually 2. I really dug that.
So Dead Guy Production says, but I mean, Batman Shoot Rose, there has to be a girl or a guy, doesn't there? Also, Brand Destroyer saying, also, it seems to me Gordon and Martha Kent has something romantic going. Wait. Gordon and Martha? Huh? That doesn't make sense.
No,
I mean, I feel like I could actually see it in the panels when I was looking at it.
I didn't take it as that. I don't think so. I think it's just more like, hey, what's up, Tevye? I think it's like more of what's the word? It's
Platonic.
Projection
Platonic
or something like that.
love.
That's
No,
what
not projection.
Yes, it is.
No. What I mean is Brand Destroyer's comment saying Gordon.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, I didn't get anything romantic from them. That's just me.
That is your interpretation.
Brand Destroyer says also Batman also has special forces pass.
Especially
Dead
for
Guy
Smash.
Production says, I guess Selena's 50%, yeah.
Probably.
And he says, where's Rachel?
Where's Rachel? Where is he? Where's Harvey?
My day is going good, Tevia. My day is going good. It's been a crazy day, editing and whatnot, learning a software. But other than that, I thought the issue was great, though. I think this issue was brilliant. It told more of Batman, and we got to see the Bat tank in action.
The Bat tank.
Trample everything.
Tevia says, I'm curious with Alfred, what is he going to do with Batman? And Brandon Story is asking a really good question. Who hired Affleck?
Affleck?
Well, I think Zack Snyder hired Affleck, so there is that. But
Who hired Alfred?
we don't know yet.
Yes. I know I screwed up there. To quote The Dark Knight Rises, Jared's Batmobile is effing hilarious.
Where's Rachel? Man, I can see why they wanted to make that with computers. Only got much worse.
I had a thought, Jared. What if dead guy's got it spot on? What if Thomas Wayne is still alive?
They showed the body though.
Oh man.
Resurrection serum, let's go.
What about the Lazarus pit though?
The father becomes Red Hood. They did reference the Red Hood gang.
Yes.
Now it's our time to vote.
I'm just saying.
Brandon Story is saying this Batman has certain similarities with Frank Miller's old Batman and Robin version of Batman.
Especially the build.
But this build is insane.
This build is very insane. I wonder if he has trouble going through like hallways and doors.
Well, I feel like when we see him in his persona, as Bruce Wayne, it's like he's normal, but he's just a little jacked. But when he puts on the suit, I feel like it becomes 10 times more jacked, and I'm like, how are you fitting anywhere?
Maybe he's got some like enhancements, like some padding in there.
I don't wear hockey pads.
What's the difference between Absolute Batman and regular Batman? I wear hockey pads.
Exactly. He's wearing.
I don't wear hockey pads.
Yeah, I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Oh, can you explain the Absolute Batman comic to Dead Guy? This is something new that's popped out.
So the Absolute. Okay, so Marvel has the Ultimate Universe. This is essentially that. What they're kind of doing is the world is so Darkseid died, and essentially the energy created from that. Actually, you know what? Rewind. At the end of an event called Dark Knight's Death Metal, when the multiverse was reestablished, there's this one Earth called the Elseworld, which was like largely primordial, and no one knew how it was going to like be shaped. Then when Darkseid died in the DC All-In Special, died, but he'll be back. The energy created, I guess, bathed this world with Darkseid energy, and what it did is it sort of made the heroes the underdogs. So that's what it is. Batman doesn't have like his money. Wonder Woman was raised in hell, and Superman does not have his Fortress of Solitude or anything like that. It's basically, you know what, that guy, here's the interesting thing, going back to an episode of UGC that you and I did, it's basically they brought back the new 52, only rebooted it.
Rebooted the new 52.
It's essentially that.
Technically he has the same origin, Krypton dies or whatever. They just did a little spin on that, right?
Well, who knows? Because it could be that Krypton did not blow up.
Well, but isn't the cape made from the ashes of his people or something?
Maybe
like
that's
that?
what he thinks it is.
Oh.
And the new 52, he never had the AI stuff, so
he never had he has a Jarvis in his suit.
Oh.
So that guy's saying so. This was comparable to Flashpoint.
Something like that, except it didn't reboot. Cause see, the advantage of this as opposed to the New 52 is that the way they're doing it now is that the regular books are still going on, but this is a side universe that's gonna continue. So it's essentially the way Marvel does with the Ultimate Universe. So that way you don't have to choose between the two.
Yeah.
Technically a soft reboot for the main line, but everything else is but this is like starting fresh because it's it's an entirely new Earth, new continuity and everything.
Yeah, it's a new
Colorado, as they say in Spanish.
Yeah, essentially.
Tevye's saying, I'm curious if Martha Wayne knows Bruce was Batman.
Nope,
she doesn't.
Clearly doesn't.
And a dead guy is saying, oh wait, so Elseworld, I get it.
Yeah. Think about it this way. It's a new continuity that's running alongside. And they did say that this continuity, the Absolute Universe and the main DC universe will cross over at one point.
And Brand Destroyer is saying, no, Darkseid captured Spectre's soul. And when Darkseid died fighting with the Justice League, he knew he would die, knowing that he used Spectre's powers to rewrite superheroes' origin and made them.
No, he didn't rewrite the superhero's origin. He did not rewrite the origin. That implies a reboot. That he did not reboot the main continuity.
The dead guy says I'm gonna have to check
out the DC All-In special. I'll pull it out so you can know what I'm talking about. So
let me full screen you.
As far as I know, all of them, the Superman, the Batman, the Wonder Woman. Wait, did the Superman one come out yet?
Yes, it did, and it's performing really well. So here's the All-In special. It's a flip book. So in other words, okay, hang on. So this is telling two concurrent stories. On this, it's the reestablishment of the Justice League. On this side, you see what's happening from Darkseid's perspective. So that's what this is. This leads to the establishment of the Ultimate Universe, where we have Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman,
which I have,
and
Absolute
Wonder Woman.
Why is Wonder Woman near that bottom, huh? Why is she not?
I have it in alphabetical order.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not like Tom King. I actually care about Wonder Woman.
But like, as far as everybody has been saying, all of them have been positive reception for.
Oh God, this guy.
Positive reception, yes. And in terms of in terms of like reception, in terms of sales, Absolute Batman #1, Teladia, is the highest selling comic all year with over 400,000 copies.
If this doesn't say anything, I don't know what it does.
If this continues, then this will eventually affect the affect the main line. In other words, I was talking with my co-host Britt about this, is that if Absolute Wonder Woman keeps overperforming, because when you look at like the trending graph for sales and ratings of regular Wonder Woman is trending downward. So when you get to where Absolute Wonder Woman was universally accepted, so if it keeps up like this or remains like this, that is going to probably indicate to DC that maybe it's not the Wonder Woman character that's not selling, it's the writer you have on there. So it's the same thing with like Spider-Man, because Ultimate Spider-Man comes out and dominates and continues to dominate, and then Zeb Wells is off the book. Funny how that ended up.
So it says, Brand Destroyer says, basically now 2 universes in all in.
Yep.
One is Absolute Universe and a canon universe.
Yep. Pretty much.
So, and that guy says, okay, I've seen this in the list. Now I know they're worth reading again.
Yes, definitely pick them up. You will love them, because I know, but based on our conversations from the New 52, you will love this.
I'm definitely going to wait until the first volume comes out before I get the first volume, because I've already got issue #1. I'm not going to pick up every issue monthly or weekly, right? There's no point in me spending $6 every time, and I'm waiting an extra week before I actually get the comic, by the way.
And I'm going to go to my local library.
There you go.
I got my first library card a couple weeks ago.
And
yeah.
Tevia says, which the current Ultimate Spider-Man
Yep.
is like Absolute Batman, has been killing it in the sales.
Well,
as
here's
of
the
late,
thing.
and it's amazing.
The month Absolute Wonder Woman came out, it was the number 2 selling comic. Number 1 being Absolute Batman. So when has Wonder Woman ever been number 2 for a month?
Well,
Not
maybe
that
I don't
long.
want her to be Dookie. She should be Urine. And so we should have her as number 1.
Oh, God. No, but the point is, when has Wonder Woman ever sold that well? No, certainly not now.
Brand Destroyer says, if the Absolute Universe is successful, then this will be canon universe replacing the current canon.
It would have to be like ridiculously. It would have to be like
500,000.
it would have to be consistently and keep trending out. It would have to be like the highest selling thing ever in order for them to be remotely considering trashing the main universe. It would be hilarious. The social media response to that alone would be hilarious. But it's like, it would be interesting. I don't see them doing it, but I could be wrong. I'm never wrong, but this could be the first time. I am the Lord of Comics. That's the way it kind of works.
Brand Destroyer says, I want to buy later the Absolute Universe Omnibus.
They'll definitely have an omnibus of that. They'll definitely have an omnibus, and I will be buying that.
Tevia says, where was the Absolute Superman in sales numbers?
I don't remember. Absolute Superman. I have to see. Because...
Oh, snap. I still have coffee in my cup. Let's go.
Heck yeah. Isn't that the best feeling?
Mm-hmm.
According to Bleeding Cool, as of November, it was... You ready? Hang on. According to the Bleeding Cool weekly bestseller list, number 1.
Yes.
Ha ha ha.
There we go. And hey, Cameron. It says, hey guys, hope you're doing well.
Yes,
Also,
it was
Cameron
made to sell toys. The dumb Batmobile was definitely made to sell toys.
So maybe I'll just get that for my nephew. What's the problem? What's
That's
the
true.
problem?
That is
Absolutely. Wait, no, it doesn't seem redundant.
No, he means calling someone absolute and then super. I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see where you're going with that.
Wow, number 1, that says a lot. Yes, it does. It means Superman and Batman, top dogs.
And Wonder Woman was like 2 on the month, but that was just because it launched the same month as Batman. So the very fact that they're all in the top 5 is ridiculous.
Yeah, if this doesn't say that the Absolute Universe.
Now again, these are issue 1s. That's why I say don't get
Jump the gun.
saved, because that's why I say that's why I'm giving this, I'd say, about 5 issues. When 5 issues come out, we can do a reflection, because what 5 issues gives you is a trend graph, so we can see, is it trending upward? Is it steady? Because if it's steady, this good, you better believe DC starts making changes, like with Wonder Woman, where they're like, okay, King, you either get your sales up, or we're going to start entertaining other pitches for the book.
Who's the writer for the Wonder Woman?
Kelly Thompson.
Of course, that's why it's so good.
Yeah, she's actually really good.
Well, I knew that.
It's actually inspired me to start reading more of her Birds of Prey run.
You should also read her Captain Marvel run, the longest lasting Captain Marvel series ever, for a reason.
That's for wishful thinking.
I literally was like, what other Kelly? I mean, she wrote. Yeah, it's like, see, the thing is, I was doing some research into Kelly Thompson books, and I was like, I may have to break my rule of not reading Carol Danvers books.
Yeah, as I was about to say, that's wishful thinking.
I may have
Her
to.
Captain Marvel got the highest praise I've ever seen for a Captain Marvel book. The art is very cute too.
If she can make me like Captain Marvel, she will be a miracle worker.
So Brand Destroyer is saying, I want to see Batman have a better logic for all these toys later, at least otherwise it's just too ridiculous. A Dead Guy is saying, might have to get back into DC, guys and gals.
If you
Tevi is
need
asking,
some recommendations, dude, just DM me on Twitter, and I'll direct you. I'd love to.
Tevi is asking, I am curious if this universe will keep having great sales.
Well, I got news for you. There is buzz around the Absolute Universe, so it has the potential. And if DC is making it different enough from the main universe, yeah, this could be the next big thing.
Yeah, I can see this being the next big thing. But
Now,
obviously, I'm going to wait
see if it
until...
lasts. We'll see if it lasts.
see if
Because
it
Britt and
lasts.
I still think it's going to last. I know Twitter, but he does. We'll link up. Yeah, exactly. But in terms of like... See, here's the thing. In terms of like... Because... Again, there's lots of hype around the Absolute Universe, and I've seen largely positive stuff. Superman is the one that people have had a more like mixed opinion on, but so far none of the opinions that at least I've seen have been like, I hate it. Everyone loves Wonder Woman, and that's the other thing that I say, and here's why I keep going back to Tom King, because if people are saying that like the Wonder Woman Raised in Hell actually feels like Wonder Woman still, as opposed to the main universe Wonder Woman book, that's embarrassing.
It's
because this Wonder Woman would never punch her mother in the face.
I find it so funny that the Absolute Universe is doing really well, and for the number one issues, did it outsell the New 52 numbers?
I don't think so. No. Well, Batman probably did.
I mean, in terms of the number ones for Absolute, for the New 52.
I have no idea. I'm not familiar
punched her mommy? Diana doesn't punch mommies.
She did in the Tom King run.
And
then Trinity punched her. Just want to let you know that.
Brown says I didn't like Superman's KT.
Oh, okay. I think he means his hair, which that's fine. I'm like, okay.
Is that what that is?
That guy's saying, I've been wanting some Superman to get me back into him. I'm kind of excited. Tevia saying, I'm hoping Absolute Wonder Woman beats Tom King Wonder Woman.
So far it is. So far it is. It has to consistently beat it, Tevia, because if Tom King's Wonder Woman run continues that trend of going down, which fun fact, so you know how like Tom King was promoting issue 14 of Wonder Woman as like the most important issue in the run. It's so far it's the only of his issues to not get a second printing.
Oh wow!
Yeah, exactly.
So
because he centered it all around Steve Trevor.
Also, Brown says I didn't like Superman's cast obsession with others. But otherwise, I like Superman here.
Yeah, that's one of the things that people had like a little bit of an issue with. But
what's cased?
Krypton had a cast system where like the House of L logo is not really the House of L. What it is, that's the Kryptonian symbol for the working class.
Yeah. And that
they have a working class? I thought they were all worked.
Yeah. So there's a working class, there's a high scientist class, a higher class. So like it's like for example, you're poor, you're middle class, or you're higher class.
Oh, they got to work at Starbucks, losers.
Or in the mines and stuff.
Or the mines and stuff. Yeah, that's what. I think it's a genius idea, by the way, for that.
It's cool. I like it. It's different. This is supposed to be a different universe.
Dead guy says, "Wow, Wonder Woman is all up in domestic charges."
Yeah, exactly.
And Tevia says that
because she's written by Tom King.
Yeah. Tevia says, "I will give the current Wonder Woman one thing and one thing only. They did give Jared wish with the Steve Trevor going away.
I know that is something of Steve Trevor being shot and killed. That was awesome.
Huh?
He gets executed by the Sovereign. Spoiler alert.
Frick.
I was pretty happy about that.
He was happy about that. Just like he was happy about Superman and Lois last night.
All you gotta do is get rid of Lois, and then guess what? Then I'm batting 3 for 3.
He's actually batting 2 for 2 right now, guys.
2 for 2, but we'll see.
What was the first
We'll-
one?
Steve
Killing
Trevor dying.
Steve.
Oh, what's the second one?
And Lois Lane being called out as a liar.
She was called out because in Superman and Lois, spoiler alert, but they basically said, okay, so you made your career covering Superman's exploits, despite the fact that you were married to Superman. So really, how do we know anything you've ever said is true? And I'm like, yes!
And that made him smile
Right.
so much. That made him smile so much, Bianca, to
Mhm.
the point where I was just like, yeah, like I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, wow.
Well, I can see that, after she started like dating him and found out, but not all the stuff before. At least give her credit for the stuff before.
That guy says, I've liked some King's work in the past.
Yeah, some of his stuff, not his mainstream character work. I mean, his Batman stuff was decent, but after that, it's just like, no.
By the way, Brian is saying here, but Barbara Gordon was race swapped.
I don't care.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me because they're kind of going a different route. But
It's a different
also,
universe, so there you go.
and they're going a different way because now she's a policewoman. And
Mhm.
that's what does that remind you of, Jared?
I don't know.
Batman Cape Crusader. Come on, Jared. She was
She wasn't a cop in that. No, she was an attorney.
She was an attorney, but she had cop skills.
No, she didn't.
She was a detective, isn't she?
That was
Like, she did detective
Montoya.
work.
No, but she had skills like Montoya, though, innit? With the gun and everything.
But she was not a cop. How was I supposed to link that?
But anyway, speaking of Absolute Universe, I'm curious what the expectation of Absolute Flash and Green Lantern, because for me,
I
Absolute
haven't
Flash.
seen it. Honestly, so far, these 3 books are the only Absolute books besides Green Lantern I'm really that interested in. I'll try number ones for all the others, but besides that, it's like, all right.
But I feel like these 3 books have been amazing so far.
Mhm.
Right,
They have.
first 3 issues. Sorry, the first issues for Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman have been great. Second one, I was surprised by the way they handled Batman. Number 2. Now, obviously, I'm waiting for Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman's up next, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting for number 2 for issue number 2 for Wonder Woman, and then we'll cover that. And guys, let me tell you, right? Here at Snyder Fans Read Comics, we're covering stuff that I think Zack Snyder would make.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
He would adapt that.
He would definitely adapt this universe.
I feel like that would be obvious, but for the wrong reasons.
Well, because it was started by someone also named Snyder.
Snyder?
No,
Yeah.
I completely forgot, man. Oh, but Sketch Snyder's also good. Yeah.
So that guy says, all gut, that quote carries all truth. And Tevye says, I could see Zack Snyder adapt the Absolute Batman for a movie.
He kind of did. Have you seen how jacked Affleck was for that movie?
Yeah. You know what the funny thing is, Jared? They're putting the Batfleck suit up for sale.
WB needs money.
No, not only that, but the grapple gun,
They need money.
the Superman army suit jacket, it's up for sale.
Again,
Army
they
suit
need
jacket.
money.
I know they need money. But they're also putting up the Flash bat suit.
Did you know they need money?
The Flash Batsuit.
The
Yeah,
Flash.
the
bat.
Flash, Michael Keaton's Flash bat suit.
Interesting.
So they're putting up a lot of things for. I don't know why they're doing it.
Ew.
What do you
It
mean?
looks so
Ew?
ugly. It's ugly.
Yeah, it is. It kind of is.
Okay. The guy says only after turning down the saturation and brightness. Brown Destroyer says, I want to see this universe in live action instead of whatever Dumbo James Gunn is doing.
Yep. We all
I
want that.
disagree. I'm actually pretty hyped.
I'll buy that
what
for
they're
$1.
Mhm.
doing. Buy
And
it for
you-
$1 and they're $1 richer.
And you guys can become a member for $1. Just saying. Hit that donate button.
Yeah.
Good segue, bro. Good segue.
Segway.
Yeah, segue. You guys can become a member for $1. It's quite cheap, and you too could become a member, and you could become
You
a
too
members
can
pass.
stop forest fires.
Unless you're
you
poor like
too.
me, you can't afford the 99 cents.
Life can be good, but you can make it better if you become a member.
I ran out of coffee. My life is in shambles.
Tevia says, I personally want to see this universe in animation more than live action.
Mhm.
Tevia, to be honest with you, I'd rather live action, to be honest with you, because animation, I think animation is a bit janky right now. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Dead Guy says, I'm too small to fit in Affleck's suit. He's big doo-doo.
Well, for WB or in general?
What do you mean?
For animation is janky.
Yes, so animation styles for Tomorrowverse wasn't brilliant, right? Me and Jared covered this
No,
before.
they believe they said they did that style to save money, which is why
Yeah.
it looked that way.
Yeah, they had to.
They had to, and it,
But if they were to, like, you know, I don't know, bring back that money or whatever, I mean, they partnered up with Wit Studio. Wit Studio is amazing animation.
Well, even when I had Sam Liu on my channel, one of the things he said is that WB does not consider animation a priority, so they don't invest in it.
Yeah, I am looking forward to the stop motion thing they're doing. Well, it's a mix of 2D and stop motion, I believe.
So, and a Dead Guy has become a YouTube member.
There you go, dude. There you go.
Thank you for becoming a member on the Teladiaplays YouTube page. Thank you very much. All that money goes back into the stream, so you guys helping me out, it does help. Brand Destroyer saying Gunverse main big baddie would be a dinosaur filled with conscious island.
Oh, that's right. Didn't they say they were going to be doing the
Except Gunn refuted that.
The Jurassic League?
Yeah, but that's not part of the
No, I know, but they said they were going to do it, right? In animation?
I don't know because I haven't gotten any update on that.
You frickers! You're supposed to keep me up to date.
It's called Google.
No!
It's Google is your friend.
I don't want to.
Davis is that. But yeah, so I just think when it comes down to animation, it needs to be different. I think the live action stuff for the Absolute Universe would actually sell like gangbusters numbers, right? I think if they get this right, the first 5 issues, right, for the Absolute Universe, for all 3 characters, the Trinity, I guarantee you will hear words from WB saying, make this as into a film, an Elseworld.
If it would have to be like I disagree. It's going to have to go like longer in sales in order for them to invest in a movie's budget.
Okay, I respect your opinion. Tavia says, speaking of animation, I'm wondering how do you feel about Batman Nightfall? All right, we'll get to that in a second.
We talked about it on my channel at least.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second.
Is that the one where he forgets?
Wait. We want to welcome first. It's my channel. Welcome Mac. It says Bai is building up and having a Justice League fight the Legion of Doom so hard for these people. It's literally simple to do. That's a good question.
Probably because it requires a lot of setup, and these Hollywood people don't have patience.
Patience is a big issue. And then you have too much people in the writing room, and then you're like, okay, I guess we're gonna do either all of it or none of it, and blah blah blah, and then it ends up. You know, that's exactly.
So Brand Destroyer is saying, I'm not talking about that. It's centered as a big baddie.
No, I know that, but I think Gunn refuted that though.
I think so. I can't remember. But anyway, let's transition because now is the time for you guys to do anything. You guys can ask us anything about DC, video games, movies, TV shows. You can ask us all these different questions about it. Has to be DC though, because it's a DC show. So transition. All right. Q&A time. Let me just.
How are you guys today?
Doing very well. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing very well.
Okay, Q&A.
But my coffee's gone, so I may not be well anymore. I could
Tell
get it
me
in the
you're
cup.
addicted to coffee without telling me you're
So-
addicted to coffee.
And that guy's got a first interesting comment. What do you guys think of Blue Beetle?
I liked it. It should never have been made as a movie because because when you start introducing a bunch of Z-listers before anyone trusts the DC brand, guess what? Of course it's gonna flop. I still
See?
enjoyed the movie though.
Well,
I-
it was also
I-
during the actor strike, so nobody promoted it.
No, but I'm pretty sure they changed the rules so they would be allowed to promote it.
Why? Then why was the actor the only one? Well, Gunn did a little bit too.
Guns it a little bit too. No,
I
but
have
the
no
point is
idea.
that movie should not have been greenlit to begin with.
Too late?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Tevia says, yeah, Hollywood is no patient. Tevia says, ask this question. Question. Speaking of DC, they reminds me. Apparently, they uploaded a video on their YouTube channel about the choose your own adventure game.
I played that. It's still generic, but it's the idea of the game is that every week there's going to be a 27-minute, essentially animated TV show that you're going to watch on your phones or tablets or what have you. Then you're going to play a game, and then you can use the points from that game to vote on the outcome of like these little story points in each episode.
Yeah. Jared told me about it. I was like, yeah, I saw this on YouTube. I noticed it was on YouTube. And I was just like, the animation, not so great.
Mhm.
The voice acting's on point, though.
Except Wonder Woman sounds German.
Yeah, that too.
For which one?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Of the Choose Your Own Adventure game?
Yeah, they were. It's called DC fan. It's called
DC Heroes something.
DC Heroes United.
Heroes United RPG.
Yeah, it's essentially that. And they tried to give Wonder Woman the Greek accent like a dote, but they ended up making her sound German.
But she didn't even use a Greek accent. She used her own Israel accent.
Well, regardless, they tried to give her an accent, but now it makes even less sense because Wonder Woman's not German.
Exactly. Like, can we, like, if you can't do like a freaking Greek accent for Wonder Woman, just don't do an accent. Just don't.
Well, the Tomorrow verse had a good one.
Mm-hmm. So, Brown Destroyer is saying, so what is Gunn doing? Which storyline?
I don't know what he's doing, Brown. What he said about New Frontier is that he said it's inspired a lot of what the DCU is doing in terms of like superheroes being like part of society for so long, but he didn't say that would be the Justice League plot.
Yeah.
I haven't seen New Frontier in such a long time.
It's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
So Tevye is asking about Fury of the Gods. If it was a good movie. No, it was a bad movie.
No.
I haven't seen it yet. My dad watched it without me because he's a turd.
Yeah.
He was like, I thought you guys would have already watched it. I'm like, no, we all planned to watch it together and you ruined it. And he's like, well, now you guys can watch it. And I'm like,
ruined
it.
So a dead guy is asking, who's everyone, each person on the panel, favorite screen Batman?
Tell me, do you
If
bleed?
You
I
will.
do.
I would have to say Ben Affleck, hands down.
There you go.
Hands down, Ben Affleck for me. Jared is obviously Ben Affleck, of course. Bianca.
Battingson.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. And
Uh,
I'm like, what are you doing?
Wonderbar.
that guy says he disagrees with you. Gal was a terrible casting. in
I
his
disagree
opinion.
on that, dead guy.
I also
very
did not
much
like
disagree.
Gal's casting.
Mm-hmm. I
Which
disagree.
actually
I
spoke
enjoyed her
about
as
it.
Wonder Woman.
So, Trevor's asking question. Speaking of James Gunn, when do you think the Superman movie trailer will drop? Because my best estimate will come out 20. No, Tevye,
What?
it's coming out at the end of this year.
I was
Are
going to
you
say the
sure?
movie is literally
Because-
coming out next year. Why would the trailer come?
Yeah, I heard it's coming out next year.
No, from what I've heard, it it's like they've got CCXP this year, right? You've got
But Gunn
that,
and Safran are not going to be at CCXP.
but they don't necessarily have to be there for that. They could just drop the trailer. They could do a video message and post
The
the
director.
trailer.
I mean, yeah, but I highly doubt they're going to drop trailer unless Gunn is there.
I mean,
They could do it
True.
December, or they could do
There
it.
is
I want to say
December.
maybe February, where two movies are coming out around that same time.
but why would Frank Grillo hype it up then? Because he's seen the trailer apparently, right? Rick
Yeah.
Flag Senior.
Because it's his job to promote the movie. Anyone acting like that somehow knew that, like, oh, the actor says the trailer is really good. Really? Something that he has a monetary incentive in
No,
is
what I mean,
good?
him seeing it, like I find it a bit weird for him to say I've seen the trailer, and I'm just like, wait, isn't it on James Gunn's hard drive?
James Gunn probably showed it to him.
Yeah. So, but I'm still thinking it's the end of this year, though. That's my estimate.
We'll certainly see.
Dead guys, that's all great answers.
Thank you.
Tevia saying favorite on-screen Superman live action animation.
Henry Cavill.
Yep, Cavill for me so far.
Favorite live action or
Superman.
animation? I guess for me, now I have to choose one or the other.
Follow
Tyler
closely,
Hoechlin.
by the way, by Tyler Hoechlin.
Yes.
Tyler, there's an O in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's pronounced?
That's how I've heard it pronounced.
Oh.
Okay.
I just over-exaggerated his last name. Tim Daly was going to be my next choice.
That's a
Yeah,
good
but it's
one.
like-
You could pick
Tyler
Tim
Wonder
Daly.
Man.
He's a good Superman.
No, I liked both Superman, though. Both Superman, though.
A dead guy saying Tim Daly? Question mark? So
Mhm.
I did not
Um,
like the one from the 80s. He's like part Asian.
uh,
Dean
Dean Cain. I couldn't
I
even
did
watch
not
the
like
show,
that.
to be
I
honest.
watched like an episode of that, but it's like I don't like. It's not my
It
thing.
took me 3 days to finish that one
What, so
episode
you-
because
you
I'm like, I'm
did- you-
tired.
so does that mean is that your kryptonite?
Yeah.
Jared, yeah, am I right? Am I wrong?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Okay. I know what I've got for you then and stuff.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay. Tevia saying, question. Speaking of DC, I'm just wondering your expectation for the Video Game Awards announcing the Wonder Woman game or any other DC games at that show. Now, let me answer this because I'm the gaming lord of Comics League, right?
Mhm.
I have to answer this question. Okay. Let's put it like this, Tevia, right? Monolith has to show something this year, right? That's without a shadow of a doubt. If they don't show anything this year,
Then they're
then
suck balls.
then no. Then they're in trouble. Because
Especially
then
with
we
League.
know, especially with the league. Yeah, it's like they leaked out. WB leaked out their own thing survey about the synopsis for the game and the price tag for the game and the fact it was coming out next year. So I'm putting this out there, right? I think that I still think the Wonder Woman game might be at the Game Awards this year, but I also we possibly get another DC game, maybe a mobile game, maybe just to tie loose ends things. I think that would be pretty cool if DC did that. Have like a mobile game and a mobile DC game and a AAA DC game there. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. And you know, and so that wouldn't be surprised. But what about you, Jared?
I don't think we're gonna get any DC game news.
Bianca?
I agree with Jared. I can
You
be
don't-
hopeful in that they will, but I want to say they won't. But have you guys heard of DC Online?
Yeah, that's a fun game. I like
Yeah,
that
DC
game.
Universe Online. Yep, I've heard of that game. They've just recently updated it for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X.
Mhm.
Yes.
I heard there's a lot of things free right now that used to be paid for.
Right, right.
Oh my gosh, I do not have my mic connected. Why didn't you guys tell me I sounded terrible?
No, you sound
No,
fine.
You sound
You
fine.
lies, you lies.
No, we're telling you the truth. That guy says he's got to go in a few guys, but we need to get you guys on my channel for a joint cast soon.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. You can hit up Jared or Bianca. And
Do you
set that
guys
up
have
with
a
them.
blue sky, by the way?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm on Blue Sky. Yeah, same as my usual name.
He just got a blue sky.
Okay, that guy search me up. You know where to find me on Blue Sky. Search me up with my name. That guy's Brown Destroyer says, I'm going to be honest. I don't like Silver Age Superman. I like Gold Age, Post Crisis, Pre 52, New 52, Absolute Superman, Earth One Superman, Superman American Alien Superman. I like Dean. Chris Tevye said, no, we're not going to get another Lego game, Tevye. We're not going to get that. You know, I think you've asked that before. We're not going to get that, dude.
Sadness.
No, because why would they do another DC game? How was they going to set that up? It doesn't make any Lego DC game. It doesn't make any sense. And that guy says you sound fine.
I can now see this as heckling. Yeah. So the O is silent.
Probably.
Yeah,
What kind of world are we living in where the O is silent?
the O is silent. Yes. You guys have a great night. Thanks for the stream and info. Really appreciate it. That's what
See you,
that
dude.
guy said. All right, cool. Bye, that guy. Take it easy, my dude. You'll find me. Okay. So I think that's a good way to wrap up things. We've done a very good stream, guys. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you to Tevye, Dead Guy. Thank you to Brown Destroyer. And also thank you to Bianca, of course, my panelist. And also thank you to my co-host, the one and only Jared from Comics League. So thank you for coming on as per usual. So we'll go around the panel and we'll do our outro. So thank you, Tevye. So Bianca, where can they find you while you're coming up on the channel?
So I have literally about almost every single social media with my name, myself in comics on there, except Threads. Apparently that's the only one I don't have. And then, of course, you can also find me on YouTube, myself in comics. I do interviews, blah, blah, blah. The next interview I have available would be in, like, December, so nothing currently at the moment. Trying to get back on Twitch again for gaming, because I haven't done that in a very long time. Yes. And I'm a voice actor for hire! Yeah!
Okay, cool. Jared, as per usual, what you're coming up on your channel, mate, and what can I expect from your content for the next week?
Yeah, so I just uploaded my video on 5 characters that I think should show up in Absolute Superman. And as for under 2 capes, I'm still figuring out what we're going to do tomorrow. But as for the gaming stream, I'm going to be playing Lego Batman 3. For Super Wonder Legacy, Britt and I are going to discuss Superman and Lois and how we would put Wonder Woman in that show and replace Lois.
Boy.
That's about it.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I can't wait to listen to that. Because that'd be interesting to hear Britt's thoughts on Superman and Lois. So as for me, guys, what I got coming up is that on Friday, guys, I'm going to be doing a Twitch stream where I'm going to be playing Hogwarts Legacy for the very first time on stream. Yeah.
How fun.
Yeah, so considering it's almost Christmas time, I thought, why not, right? It's Christmas themed. So I was just like, we're getting to Christmas anyway. So I was just like, why don't we just do a stream on Hogwarts Legacy, start that off. So we'll do Hogwarts Legacy on Twitch. And then Monday, guys, I'm going to try and plan to do another stream on Monday to do Sparking Zero. I'm going to try and get that done as well. And then Tuesday, of course, the last 2 episodes of Superman and Lois, myself and Jared will be doing the episode 9 of Superman and Lois reaction. And then Wednesday, no, there's not going to be a Snyder Fans Read Comics next week, guys. So it's a week off. So don't expect another Snyder Fans Read Comics next week. We're taking a week's break. So instead, I might do another stream on Twitch or something. So
holiday pay.
I wish it was holiday.
Too.
But I think that's pretty much. If you want to follow me on social, you guys can check me out on X at Teladiaplays _. And if you want to check me out on Twitch, it's at Teladiaplays. And you can check me out on all these different things. The link trees in the description. But until then, Jerry, take us away with the final say.
Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs to General Zod. Zoe the Maxibat for life. See you later.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Bye.